Good morning, good morning, good morning. You can see it is still dark out. I got the porch lights on. We are out here early in the garden. Today I thought I was gonna be actually putting in a grow bed, but the boys are coming over, my nephews. So I don't know if you guys can see, but you've seen it before. Kale, I thought, what in the world are we gonna do for breakfast and lunch today? So y'all know I love that kale salad. It's something we can eat all the time. So I am out here basically in the dark. It's kind of cool to see the how the garden looks with that light on it, but I was gonna make some mustard greens or some collard greens, the Savannah, I think they're Savannah mustard greens. I put it in one of my last videos, but the boys really prefer this kale. So we are out here this morning. I am getting groceries right from the garden. And so the kids are gonna have a kale salad for their lunch today. The pond's really bad, but we're gonna take them out on the jet ski. We are off today. So it's just a blessing to be able to have those boys. And when you got middle school kids, trust me friends, you got to be feeding them some groceries because they like to eat. Now look at these Savannahs from Haas Tools. And then this is a nasturtium or a nasturtium leaf. You can eat that. You can put cream cheese in that and they make a nice little treat. I put cream cheese and some raisins and they just eat them. It gives them a nice spice. But the kids have back-to-back football games. They have a double header tonight, so I am just gonna be picking from the garden this morning and getting them some groceries. And that's what I'm saying, what a blessing it is to just take this time out and spend it in the garden, spend it with you guys, spend it with those boys. We can always get that grow bed in later this week and work on that, but to not have time with these boys is just unfathomable. So I am going to be spending time with them. Look, you can see we're actually starting to get some tomatoes in. It's good to get out here because it's just so nice and cool. So stay blessed, friends, stay blessed. All right, I'll bring you guys back. We're going to be doing, like I said, I think some Salisbury steak today, some mashed potatoes, a kale salad. I'm gonna make them. I'm going inside now. It's early. It's only about 6 a.m. I'm gonna be making them some biscuits, and like I said, I got those farm fresh eggs from our local feed store, and so I am going to be making them like a egg biscuit. So they're gonna love it. I'm gonna go pick them up here shortly. We're gonna spend the day with them. So I'll bring you guys back as soon as we have some stuff that we'll be working on. So I just want to really encourage you guys today. That's my goal, is to really get you guys encouraged and excited about maybe getting a little small garden going to kind of help yourself. Alright, so just to kind of give you guys a refresher in case you have not seen me make the kale salad. Super simple, super easy. Look how dense that is. This entire huge container is full. It's full. So normally I use some like raisins, but right now we just have the organic raisins. So the kids like that. So you want to put about a cup of that in there. I have olive oil I'm going to pour on top of it. Now you want to definitely do about at least maybe a half a cup of olive oil for a bowl this big. You're going to end up massaging this in. This olive oil came from a company called 15 Olives. It's just 15olives.com. They are a local company for us. Now their olives do come from California. And then I'm going to put some fresh squeezed orange juice in here. And I have about 4 oranges. That's what I'm saying, when you add the freshness in, it will change up this recipe. Now I do have some cucumbers that we purchased organic at Costco. I could add some cucumbers into this. If you really want to, you can add actually some olives themselves in there. Sometimes my nephew like olives. If you wanted to add some feta cheese, you can add some feta cheese. And you want to kind of make this a little early. That's why I'm getting it done this morning, because I want those raisins to really soak up the juice. Now, if you know ahead of time that you're going to be making this salad, then I recommend squeezing the orange juice ahead of time and then soaking those raisins so that they can really absorb the flavor. Now, if you don't have access to fresh oranges, go ahead and just get some orange juice. You're just pouring that in. I want to clean that top a little bit. I am going to use all of these. This is the honey that we're going to be using today. We actually get this at Whole Foods. You can use any honey that you want to use. You can put blueberry honey on it. You can use whatever. I'm going to say that we at least want to do probably a solid like 4 tablespoons of honey. And then you're just going to massage in all this goodness. If you feel like it needs more raisins, add more raisins. It's kind of up to your family. Now, I also have some carrots. I could add some carrots into this recipe as well. It's kind of like if you guys have ever had that carrot salad from Chick-fil-A with the raisins and stuff. It's kind of like that if you add the carrots, except you're getting kale, so you kind of get like a really good combo. So you can get those like matchstick carrots. If you want to add larger carrots for texture, you can. I have those wavy carrots. I use them for like dipping instead of eating potato chips. So I might actually throw some of those in as well for the kids. They're like a little variety. Plus, like I said, they got a football game tonight, and we were talking. We were like, well, we could take them up to Chili's, you know, and they could have Chili's for lunch today. And then I was like, what is wrong with me? Like, stop eating out, right? Like, I encourage that. And here I am having a younger generation, and I'm like, no, I need to teach them the way, not spoil them, or at least what people would say is spoiling them by taking them out to get something to eat. They eat out actually a lot with my parents and their parents, so I'm like, no, that's not what we're gonna do today. We're gonna actually cook with them and show them that this can be done, so that it encourages our younger generation to get excited about growing and just something that they're probably not used to. Speaking of which, my uncle was saying that he does a lot of walking, and he was in one of the neighborhoods and was like, the grass is really high and they have all these HOAs, and he's like, why were they not cutting the grass? And honestly, he went to the office and the lady said, because the workers that we had were Mexican and they are leaving to go back to Mexico. So, and so it begins. You want all these rich houses and nice places and stuff, but I told my uncle, I said, get out there and cut the grass. Get out and cut it yourself. Get with nature. He's in his 80s, you know. He's not going to do that, so. But look at that. This salad is just coming together. It's beautiful, friends. Like, that's what I'm saying. This salad is really going to feed those kids. I have middle schoolers coming. Like, one of them's going to be in high school next year, so those boys can put down some food. And you got to think, and like, how am I going to give them beautiful nutrition? Man, it's right out there in my yard. Like, come on, friends. We got to be thinking. And we got to get used to this. I tell my fiance that all the time. He loves out to eat, which I get. It's convenient and easy, but he's not a big vegetable guy, sadly. I'm the vegetable person. But there you go. Let's take a look at it. Look at that. Do you see that? Dang, y'all, that's good. That's so healthy. I mean, you just can't go anywhere, really, and get this beautifulness at your fast food joint that you're spending like $60 or more now for like 2 people. This is just great. All right, so that's the start of the morning. This is something that we can just get going, and the kids are gonna love it. I'm gonna go ahead and put this lid on top of it, and we're gonna get our biscuits started so I can get those kids some biscuits and some eggs. And you know, if you can't grow it, buy organic, right? So we get this at Costco. Stock up on this. This will last you a little bit of time, and it's something that the family will really enjoy. So there you go, friends. That's what it's going to be looking like today. You can hear I'm stuffy. I was outside. The pollen's really bad. This is what I do. This is not telling you what you should do. Keep this in mind. I go to an acupuncturist, and I am drinking this. A lot of people have the flu. A lot of people are stuffy. A lot of people are sick. Now, you need to follow what's best for you and your doctor. But I am drinking some of this right now. It's really good if you have a cold. Now, you cannot drink this all the time. You do not drink this every day. This will actually weaken your immune system if you don't do this in a proper regimen. But this will hopefully help clear me up some along with this fresh food. And that's what I'm saying. You got to have some alternatives. I highly recommend an acupuncturist. I think very highly of a really good acupuncturist. And I think that you guys, you know, that might be something that you need to look into as we're moving forward and healthcare is starting to change. All right, guys, I will bring you back soon. All right, so I'm starting the chocolate chip cookies. I just wanted to share this recipe real quick with you guys because the thing that sets this recipe like off the charts is this bourbon. Instead of doing vanilla extract, start making your own at home and get this bourbon. I'm telling you right now, it's off the chain delicious. Like, it literally tastes gourmet. It tastes like just, I can't even explain how amazing it is. All right, so it's 1 cup of softened salted butter, but I have unsalted butter. I just prefer to add my own salt to it. It's gonna be 1 cup of sugar. Y'all know that we use the sugar cane from Costco. That's organic. All right. The star of the show is gonna be this bourbon. I am definitely going out to get more. I was making a lot of like my own vinegar or own vanilla, and I will from now on, because I do a lot of baking, will be using this right here. It's absolutely amazing. So it's really only like 2 teaspoons, but I probably used a solid tablespoon. It's 3 cups of all-purpose flour. You know, I'm going to use the Kirkland's organic flour. So let's go ahead and add that in. And I don't have my normal setup for my camera right now because my camera tripod thing broke. It just keeps flopping over. So I have ordered a new one. All right, so we got that in there. We need 2 eggs. I'm gonna go ahead and get those eggs. All right, look at these eggs. They're huge. These are the ones that I got from the feed store. All right, so we're just gonna crack these in here and put them in. I probably should have let them come to room temperature, but I'm rushing because the kids are coming. And my fiance just made a dump run. He ran up to the incinerator because we had to get rid of that one box. Those 2 grow bed boxes actually. So there you go. So we're gonna need 2 cups of chocolate chips. We're gonna need a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and then we're gonna mix it together. You're cooking that at 375 for about 8 to 10 minutes. I will definitely link the recipe down for you guys so you can do it, but the star of the show really was the St. Augustine mix that I have done, where I have taken the vanilla and actually inserted it in here and let it sit for a year. And I'm telling you right now, I'm going back out to the liquor store and I'm going to get more of this because it's just so fantastic and makes my baking stuff taste amazing. All right, so for the Salisbury steak, I have some portobello, baby bella mushrooms. They're organic. You can see right here, we get these at Whole Foods. If you can grow your own mushrooms, great. I'm just going to basically just thinly slice these, and I'm gonna drop them over here in our crock pot because some of the kids like mushrooms, some of the kids don't like mushrooms. So that's gonna go with the Salisbury steak, but if you put them in the crock pot, then they can just put on there what they want, and we can keep that separate so nobody's saying, ooh, I don't like that. And whatever they don't eat, I will eat later, because y'all know I love mushrooms and they're healthy and good for you, and they bring like another layer of just an element that is just gonna liven up the food. So I've also got some fresh dill and parsley out there in the garden, so I'm gonna go run out there real quick after I'm done chopping these, and we are going to get us some of that as well. So that's gonna be great. I actually will take you guys out now and we can go get some parsley. So yep, get those mushrooms, they're good for you. All right, so y'all know we got some kale this morning. Look, there's still a ton of kale. That's what I'm saying. This is basically a cut and come again plant. I literally filled up that entire bowl, and those kids are gonna be just completely enjoying that. Look at those tomatoes. All right, there's little Luna. For those who haven't seen Luna in a minute, sweet girl. You're so cute, Luna. All right, so let's come over here. Look, here's that parsley. We're gonna get us some of this parsley. Here's that tomato I was telling you guys about. Little scraggly tomatoes just chilling out. I want to come out here and start cutting some of this back and put it in the dehydrator. I think that'll be a nice little batch of parsley. Parsley is a good metal detoxifier. So if you got metals or something in your system, or you work in like a plant or a warehouse, you want to eat some parsley as much as you can. You know, not overdo it, obviously. Everything within reason. But this is really good and great for you. Look, my dill is already going to flour. But I got some dill. I mean, honestly, I could throw a little bit of dill in there. I might actually do that. Dill is kind of like a nice little touch. A lot of people think of dill in seafood, but dill's just a nice herb that we can just add another element of flavor. So there we go. I'm just going to chop that up and put that into our mushrooms. I think that's going to just taste lovely and just heighten that flavor really good. Over here real quick, let's go check it out. I could have used this lettuce for a salad for the kids today, but I want them to try it. They are more than welcome to have some of this lettuce that I have growing out here. But this lettuce is actually a little on the bitter side. So, and I've got to refill these beds. So I already knew I would be coming along, and I put some of the old banana leaves in there. But yeah, look at that lettuce. It's beautiful, right? It's just got a nice bittery taste, which is fine. It's just not everybody's used to that. So, all right, let's go back inside and continue making our mushrooms. All right, so remember I was talking about the lemon basil that came from Italy? Here it is, friends. So I have it here in the kitchen. I need to plant it. The goal was to actually plant it today, but like I said, the kids are coming. So look at that, isn't it beautiful? So shout out to my fiance's friend, worker, person, somebody he knows. He didn't give me a name actually, which is terrible, but shout out and much love to you. I know you watch the videos. I will get your name, and I just want to send you a great gratitude and thanks for providing me with something that I absolutely love, which is a beautiful plant. And then back here in the back, look at this big bag. We have a 5-pound bag of EnjoyLife chocolate chips. I am going to be over here a little bit. I'm gonna be making the kids some chocolate chip cookies. They always like a little sweet treat, and EnjoyLife is a really good product that I think is healthier for the kids, and they get a nice little treat. So yeah, and I just put the stems and all in there in our mix. All right, and we'll just keep at the mushrooms, and then I'll bring you guys back and we'll start working on some cookies. And I still gotta get those biscuits in the oven. So that's what I'm saying. In the morning times, we just gotta get a lot going. I've also got some potatoes. You can see these potatoes have eyes. These are the kind of potatoes that you actually want to plant at this point. And I actually have some that we are going to be planting. But I'm gonna get these cleaned up because I need to cook these. And then here's us what that water's for, is I don't want to cook them just yet because we're not going to eat till later, but I can go ahead and get this prepped, and I'm going to let them soak in water. It'll kind of pull some of that starch out a little bit, and then that way the potatoes won't taste as starchy. So there you go. Right. All right, so the boys are enjoying their food. There you go. There's that, and then Mr. Liam has finished his. It was good? Mm-hmm. All right, good. Amazing. All right, the boys are gonna go on the tube, so there they go. Makes for a fun day.